Congratulations! You have made a smart decision by buying this video. It shows that you are passionate about your business and committed to its growth and success. It also shows that you are keen to improve your lifestyle and of those who are dear to you. Today, I will talk about 5 key things that are most important for increasing sales and profit in a business. I call these 5 things gears, like the gears in a car. As the car starts moving and picks up speed as you change gears, your business also starts growing and giving massive results as you shift your business gears. Before I start talking about the gears, let me introduce myself. My name is Pashupati Kundu. As a business coach and consultant, I work with ambitious and coachable business owners to help them grow their business, make more money, have less stress, and have more free time, ultimately leading to a better lifestyle. Over the past many years, I have coached and provided consultancy to business owners from numerous industries like building material, steel, pharma, garments, printing, consumer electronics, electrical, travel agencies, developers, interior designers, chartered accountants, to name a few. As you can see, my clients have come from all kinds of industries. At all these places, the 5 gears have given outstanding results time and again without fail. My goal in life is to create and grow the spirit of entrepreneurship across the world and create a successful business owner in every family. Now, every business has 3 goals or objectives. The first goal is profit. If the business does not make profit, it will not survive after some time. Profit comes from sales. The more sales we have, the more profit we are likely to earn. The sales or revenue of the business comes from customers. In other words, the more customers we have, the more profit we are likely to earn. Remember that the number one goal is profit, not anything else. As they say, energy flows where focus goes. I repeat, energy flows where focus goes. If our focus is something other than profit in our business, we may achieve that, but not necessarily profit. For example, you may have many customers and a lot of sales, but it may not necessarily give profit unless specific profit-making strategies are made and implemented in the business. With these goals in mind, let us look at the 5 gears. I will first explain the 5 gears, then describe the relationship between them that creates the unique growth formula. After that, with some examples, I will show you how you can improve the gears to bring in massive improvement in your business. I will also talk about 355 strategies that will be available to you, from which you can pick up the ones suitable for your business and start implementing them right away to give the desired results. The first step in a sales process is generation of qualified leads. By leads, I mean prospects from your target segment who have a need to buy your product or service. For example, if you are an interior designer focusing on residences, your leads will be those who have bought a house recently. Similarly, if you are a TMT manufacturer or trader, builders in your catchment who are building apartments will be your leads. For a showroom owner, number of walk-in or footfall will be his leads. For B2B businesses, number of inquiries received or quotations submitted can be treated as number of leads generated. So lead generation is the first gear of the sales process, like the first gear of the car that helps to move the car. Though you would like all the leads to convert into paying customers, it does not happen practically. The second gear, called conversion, is the process of convincing the prospects to buy your goods or services and become your customer. There are many ways of converting leads into customers, which I will discuss shortly with you. The third gear out of the 5 gears is average ticket size, or average rupee sale, or average dollar sale. After you have converted an inquiry into a paying customer, the customer will buy some product or service from you at a value. For example, if you are running a gift shop, one customer may buy a gift worth 1,000 rupees, second customer would buy worth, let's say, 700 rupees, and a third customer would buy around 2,000 rupees. So the average ticket size is the sum of your revenue for the period divided by the number of customers. In some cases, it can also be sum of your revenue for the period divided by the number of invoices. Why this gear is so important will be discussed shortly. The fourth gear is called the number of transactions made by a customer in a given period. In other words, it is called the frequency of purchase by a customer. Note here that we are talking of the frequency of the purchase by the same customer. For example, if I am running a bakery, I may have a customer who buys 3 times from me in 1 year. So the number of transactions will be 3 in this case. The fifth gear is net profit margin of the business, that is total profit divided by total sales in a period. It is to be noted here that I am talking of net profit margin of the entire business, which means if you have many products or multiple business lines or verticals in an organization, you have to add up profit of all of them and divide by total sales. Note that we have knowledge of all the 5 gears now. So let us see how these gears are so important, what makes them so important, and how these gears interact with each other to help grow sales and profit. Any business in this world is made up of only these 5 gears. There is no 6th gear anywhere. Let us remember the 3 goals of businesses. That is maximum profit, highest sales, and maximum number of customers. Now let us place the first gear of business, that is lead generation, at the top, as it is the starting step in the sales process. There are many ways to generate leads. For example, you can do marketing, that is place ads in newspapers, magazines, TV, or on social media. You can hire a field sales team or telecalling team who will generate inquiries for you. You can ask for referrals from your existing clients. I will give you 84 strategies today for lead generation, which will be applicable in your business. Maybe not all of them will be applicable. You can choose the ones those fit your business, because every business has its own requirement. So out of the 84 strategies that I will discuss with you, pick up the ones that are required for your business. When leads are generated, it means customers are willing to buy if you are able to satisfy their requirement. This is the process of conversion, that is the second gear. The higher is the conversion ratio, greater is the number of leads who will turn into customers. Few ways of conversion are stocking the right products at desired prices, displaying your wares nicely so that they can pick easily, good packaging, providing guarantee, giving them special treatment like exclusivity, loyalty, and so on. I will give you 83 strategies today to help you convert leads into customers. Now let us look at the equation between gear 1 and gear 2. Let's say you have 1000 leads in 1 year. Your conversion rate is 40%. Lead generation or lead generated multiplied by conversion ratio is your number of customers. Hence, in this case, number of customers is 400. If your conversion ratio were 50%, number of customers would be 500. So you see that for the same number of leads, your customers can be more if you are better at converting the prospects. This kills one of the myths of sales process, which is that for more sales, you need more leads. As you can see here, you can have more customers without increasing leads. Let us introduce the third gear in the formula now. Going by the same example where you had 400 customers, let us assume average ticket size is 5,000. I have 54 ways of increasing average ticket size, which I am going to share with you today. Fourth gear is number of transactions in a period. Let's say on an average, customer buys 3 times in a year from your business. So 400 customers at an average of rupees 5,000 per purchase, and purchasing 3 times in a year would mean the turnover of business is 400 into 5,000 into 3, that is rupees 60 lakhs or 6 million per annum. I have 69 ways to improve number of transactions from which you can pick up the ones that are suitable for your business. Now, this entire 6 million of revenue is not profit. You have to reduce the expenses. Expenses are of 2 types. First type is fixed expense, means rent of office, warehouse, electricity, salary, and so on. Second type of expense is variable expense, which includes cost of material, transportation, incentives, finance cost, taxes, etc. After deducting expense from the revenue, you get your net profit margin, which is the fifth gear. In this example, let us assume you have a margin of 25%. That is 75% of revenue goes in meeting expenses. Hence, profit of your business is rupees 6 million into 25%, that is rupees 1.5 million or rupees 15 lakhs. Fortunately, there are 67 ways to increase margin which you can benefit from. I will share all of them with you today. I often get asked by my clients that which gear to focus on first. When I ask them to reply, most of the time the answer is lead generation. Now, let us see which gear should be given more priority. The priority is to be given to improving margin. This is because this is the only gear apart from conversion which is in our hands. That is, it is internal to the organization. Some of the ways to increase margin is focus on higher margin products, training your team to sell them better, negotiating better terms with your suppliers, reducing credit period to your customers, increasing price, using more automation, more technology, and so on and so forth. Second priority is conversion, as it is one of the cheapest ways to increase number of customers. Because the customer is already willing to buy from you, it is upon you how you can convert that prospect into a buying customer. If it doesn't happen, there is some problem in you, in not the prospect, because prospect has already come to you with an intention to buy something from you. Third priority is average ticket size. Fourth is number of transactions, and finally lead generation. You see that contrary to popular perception, lead generation is in the end because this is the most expensive gear to increase profit. You have to invest in marketing, maybe hire sales team, hire telecaller team, put investment in social media marketing, because that's why this is a very resource oriented or resource intensive gear. Here I'm assuming that you are running an established business which has been there for 3 years at least. If your business is less than 3 years old, you may have to give more priority to lead generation. Now, by few examples, let me show you how improving the performance of gears can help you grow and double your profit. Let me click on calculation here. I will go to an Excel sheet. So in the first example, let us take the case of a gift shop, right? Say it has a footfall of 50 customers per day. So 50, and for the sake of simplification of calculation, let's say it operates 30 days in a month and all 12 months in a year. So the number of leads generated per annum is 18,000. Assuming it has a conversion ratio of 40%, the number of customers it will have per annum will be 7,200. Assuming an average ticket size of 500. Every time a customer comes, he buys goods worth 500 at an average. Of course, somebody will buy more than 500, somebody will buy less than 500. So on average, it is 500. And then a customer comes 3 times to a year. Again, it's an average because some customers may buy more gifts from the business in a year and some customers would buy less. So on an average, let's assume there are 3 times of purchase from the business. So the turnover of the business becomes 1 crore 8 lakhs or 10.8 million. Okay. Now let us assume that the business has a margin of 15%. So you see the net margin of the business is 16 lakhs 20,000 or 1.62 million. Now comes the more important part. As an ambitious business owner, you want to take your business to the next level as soon as possible because you work hard on a business and the result has to justify your hard work and your invested capital. You want to double your profit in quick time. Let us see how the gears need to behave for you to get that magic number. Keep watching how the results improve if we improve each gear by just 15% per annum. 15% improvement in each gear is certainly achievable by making continuous effort. There is no rocket science to it. Every day we have to make a little bit more effort, a little bit more improvement than yesterday, and certainly we'll be able to achieve this 15% growth in leads. Let's say you have improved efficiency of your marketing, both online and offline, hired good sales staff, reached out to customers, your target customers, I mean, in a better way, done heavy networking in your events, and you've got good referrals. So as a result, in this example, your lead generation has gone up by 15% from 18,000 to 20,700 in a year. In the next sheet here, you see the sheet named 357 growth strategies. Here I have mentioned 84 lead generation strategies for you. Of course, this Excel file will also be shared with you. In fact, it would have landed in your email box by now. But if you have not got, please contact my team. There are numbers given in the video, and you'll get the Excel file in a Ziffy. So let us go back. Lead generation, there are 84 strategies. Some of the strategies I'll read out for you here, like television advertising, maybe trade journal advertising. This is very important for B2B businesses. Press releases, public relations, brochures, good quality of catalogs, coupons, royalty coupons maybe, and direct mails. In today's times of social media marketing, mail has become very important. Then maybe taxi backs. So there are so many of them here. You can choose whichever is suitable for your business. Depends on either your business is B2B or B2C, or product business or a service business. So there are so many strategies available. Not all of them will be suitable for you. Of course, at least 15 to 20 will definitely be suitable for you. Right? So let's go back to the calculation. So now coming back to the conversion, because in the leads we have seen an improvement of 15% from 18,000 to 20,700. Now let us go to the gear number 2, which is conversion. So by doing certain activity, we have managed to improve conversion from 40% to 46%, which is a 15% growth. How we did that? Let's say, so here I have 83 ways of increasing your conversion. See, 83 ways. Some of them are like writing guarantees for your product or service, define your uniqueness, how you are different from your competition. This is very important, and it's a sure-shot way of increasing your conversion. Develop your own product line so that the product is only available with you and not anybody else. In that way, the conversion is surely going to rise. And let's say some more here. You list team member profiles in your brochure or your in your website. So that also gives weightage to your company, by which the confidence of the customer grows, and then they buy from you. If you have experienced salespeople, if you have people who are in the business for a long time, definitely they will be able to convince the customers more, right? Let's say we read some more. In-store merchandising, as I've said before, in-store merchandising definitely increases conversion ratio. So these are some of the ways which you can increase conversion in your business. So here 46% is the new conversion ratio. So you see, from the erstwhile 7,200 customers, now the number of customers is 9,522, which is a 32% increase in your number of customers. You have improved the gears by only 15%, 2 gears by 15%, but your number of customers have grown by more than 30%. This is the power of compounding, right? Now let us go to the average ticket size. Earlier it was 500. Now let's say again you have managed to improve it by 15%. So it goes up from 500 to 575. Some of the strategies you used were, let's say, stocking higher price products, asking customer if they want more, right? The best example of how to increase average ticket size is demonstrated by quick service restaurants like Domino Pizza, McDonald's, and the ilk. If you order for a burger at McDonald's, the staff at the counter will surely ask if you need a drink or a meal or some combo, because he knows that the customer is already inside his store and it is up to him to make the customer spend a little bit more than his plan. Cumulatively, this small addition in each order makes for a substantial increase in turnover. Next, you work on the fourth gear, that is frequency of purchase, and increase it from 3 to 3.45. Now, how you increase number of times in a given period the customer buys from you, or the frequency, I have again mentioned in the next sheet here. Number of transactions, you see column F, there are 69 ways of increasing number of transactions, right? Feel special, give them magic moments, right? Make them, give them reminders that they have come back, they came back maybe 1 month back, and now they're grocery, if you're in a grocery business, they're probably the grocery is almost over now, they should come back and buy again. And these days we get a lot of SMS and reminders from vendors or from showrooms asking us to come back. A very good example I recently got, and I was pleasantly surprised that even my barber, he sent me an SMS that you last visited 1 month back, so probably you need a haircut again. So these are some of the examples by which you remind your customers to come back and purchase from you. So among the 69 strategies for increasing this gear, you can choose whichever one are suitable for your business. So you see, now look at, after we have finished the 4 gears, now look at the revenue. Earlier it was 1.08 crore or 10.8 million, which has improved by a massive 75% to 1.88 crore or 18.88 million. So you see, you have increased the gears by only 15% each, but the number of the revenue, your value of your business, it has gone up to 75%. It has gone up by 75%. One more gear is still left, which is the one of the most important gear in any business, and that is the margin, right? So let's say you had 15% margin earlier and you managed to increase the margin by 15%. So your margin has gone up to 17.3%, right? So now let us see which are the ways by which you can increase your profit margin. I have listed 67 ways to increase your profit margin. Again, some of the ways I'll read out for you. Maybe sell higher profit margins, sell higher profit products, or no discounting. If you have products which are exclusive to you, you can manage to give no discount. Sell only on the basis of quality, so that people know that your business sells only on quality, and when they come to you, they are not looking at discount, they are looking at getting good value for money, right? Sell your own label. Now you see many of these departmental stores or chain stores in retail, they have introduced their own label. Definitely the margins in the own label are much higher. One interesting thing here is, I've mentioned, is sack your C and D grade clients, which means that clients which are not giving you more business or much business, but they are cribbing a lot, they complain a lot, and take up a lot of your time. Probably it is better that you delete these clients from your list. This will again help you focus on the clients which give you more business, more profit, enabling them to buy more from you, enabling you to give a better service to them, by which your profit margins will go up. So this is a very interesting strategy for increasing your profit margin. So you see in the example here, the earlier profit was 1.62 million. Now it has gone up by a whopping 100%. Your profit has doubled from 16.2 lakhs to 32.5 lakhs. The new profit is 3.2 million. So you see, if you are just working on your business, gradually improving it every day, you'll be able to grow your profit or grow your turnover massively. Now you know about these 357 strategies. Please check again which strategies are suitable for your business. Start implementing them as soon as you finish watching this video and see your profit going up by more than 100%. The sooner you are able to implement the strategies in your business, the faster your profit will go up. So this was for a gift shop business. So let me now give an example of another business. Let me give a business example of a service sector business. Let's say an interior designer. Right, so let me delete all these. Now let's say an interior designer, he gets 10 leads in a month, right? Obviously the business being different, so he cannot expect leads in the same quantity as a gift shop owner. So here, let's assume he gets 10 leads in a month, which is 120 leads in a year. And conversion, let's say he is able to convert 30% of his prospects. So number of customers per annum is 36. Here the average ticket size is definitely bigger than a gift shop. So let's say assume that here his average ticket size is, let's say, how much it should be. Let's say it's 7 lakhs. Right? And number of times in a given period. Now this is an interesting gear here, because in his case, if residence owner does up his home, renovates the interior design of his home, probably for the next 4 or 5 years, he will not do again. So in the case of an interior designer, the given period has to be a little longer than a gift shop. It can be between 3 to 5 years. So let's say, again, the customer is happy with the interior designer and comes back after 5 years to redo the house. So in his case, in 5-year times, in a 5-year period, the customer comes to him twice. Of course, in this kind of business, even the referrals can be counted as gear number 4, because if the customer is happy with the interior designer, then he will definitely talk to his friends, his family or relatives, whoever wants to redo his house, renovate his house, and definitely the interior designer can get the business from those people. So testimonials in a big ticket business is definitely very important, because if your existing client is talking good about your business, there's nothing like it. There is no better way to convert a prospect into a paying customer. So let's say his profit, so in this case, his revenue is 5 crore or 50.4 million. So let's say his margin is 12%. His net margin after deducting all expenses, after paying salary, paying to the vendors, his margin is 12%. So the profit in the business is 60 lakhs or 6.04 million. Now let's see what happens is if he's able to improve the margin by 15%. So how does he improve lead generation by 15%? Again, maybe doing some social media marketing, taking out a good brochure and reaching out to his target audience, talking to his old clients to give him good referrals. So by these ways, he can improve his lead generation. So from 120, he has managed to increase it to 138. Now conversion also from 38%, it has gone up by 15% to 35%. Of course, in his case, conversions can improve. Definitely one, as I said before, testimonial is a sure short way of increasing conversion. And the other is better targeting his consumers, because every interior designer works in a particular segment. Somebody who is working more in residences, somebody's business comes from commercial projects. So every interior designer has his own niche to some extent. So by focusing in a better way in his target segment, in his niche, he'll be able to increase his conversion ratio. So you see, the number of customers have gone up from 36 to 48, which is a 32% growth. Now average ticket size. Now average ticket size is again, maybe he's including more products in his portfolio, more products or more service in his portfolio, targeting better customers in the sense that customer who have larger houses, who have bought larger apartments, those kind of people he has begun to target. So by these ways, he has managed to increase his average ticket size from 7 lakhs to 8 lakh 5,000. And now number of times in a given period, that also, let's say it has gone up by 15%. Now how in his case he can improve number of times, number of frequency, maybe he gives better, he gives again adding more product in his portfolio, more product or more service, right? So he increases the number of times in a period increases from 2 to 2.3. So you see earlier his revenue was 5 million, which has gone up by 75% to 8.8 million. And let's say again, he's able to increase his margin from 12% to 13.8%, which is a 15% growth. He has managed to convince his vendors to give him a better rate, because now since his business has improved, his business has gone up, he can buy more product from his vendors. So his business to the vendors has gone up, by which he can ask for better rates. This is one way of increasing his margin. The other way, he has trained his team better, so that the effectiveness or the productivity of the team has improved, by which he is able to do more jobs in a given period. That is how his margin has also improved. So ultimately, the profit, which was 60 lakhs earlier, it has gone up to 1.2 crores, which is a 101% growth in his profit, right? So by these two examples, you have fairly come to know that how the formula works. This is a framework which you can apply in your business, and from the 357 strategies, take the strategies that are suitable and employ and implement in your business, and see the growth of your profit and turnover happening sooner than later, right? So now you know what to do to increase profit in your business. Let's see what the immediate action points should be. So let me close this Excel sheet, go back to the PPT. So the action points are, the first is start measuring the 5 gears. This is the most important action point that I can tell you today. If you are not measuring these gears in your business, you are not doing anything. Because if you do not know your starting point, how will you improve it? It is like planning to get fit and lose weight. If you do not know how much you weigh today, it is not possible to take a target and timeline to reduce it. Remember, what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. I repeat, what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So the first step to improve anything is to measure it. Once you have put the measurement plan, that is format, schedule, manpower, and so on in place, choose the suitable strategies from the 357 given in the list. Do not try to implement more than 3 strategies at one time for each lever. Otherwise, nothing will work out. Keep it simple and easy to understand for your team to execute, because it is ultimately you are going to take the help of your team to implement these things in your business. So it is very important that they buy in your project, in your initiative, and they understand what you are trying to do. So make it very simple for them to understand and execute. Have a deadline for each strategy with clearly spelled out accountability, which means that who is going to do what in what period. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult to measure and keep track. Keep testing and measuring regularly. If you are not getting result from a strategy, tweak it or change it. Finally, as a business owner, review the results and progress every week. Many a time I have seen good initiatives collapse because the business owner or CEO does not review it on regular basis. I have given some examples of what specific actions that you should take. Add your own as you find suitable and deemed appropriate in your business. So let me show you some of the examples by clicking here on activities to do, and we go back to again an Excel sheet. So look at so what you can do is on the third sheet here named growth target, you can first start measuring and then put up the numbers for your previous quarter and current quarter and your desired goal for the next quarter, because it will take about 90 days for you to implement some of the strategies in the first two gears, which are the gears you feel are most important for you. Because as I told earlier, you should not take more than 2 gears at one time and maybe 3 to 4 strategies per gear. So not more than 7 to 8 strategies at one time. So first you measure the numbers, get the figures on board for the quarter which is gone and for the current quarter, and then put a target for the next quarter. Fill up this and then you can see what kind of percentage improvement that you require to achieve the next quarter's goals. And here in the fourth sheet, the sheet named activities to achieve growth, I have given some examples. Let's say read here in gear number 1, gear name conversion. Let's say the activity is train your sales staff, right? So maybe you can put out a list of who is going to be trained, on what date, who will train them. So all the details you put here, name the trainer and trainees, and put a deadline. This is very important because without a deadline or date, nothing ever closes. It may start, but it will not close. So put a deadline to it. Second example I've given here for increasing conversion is improve stock situation, so that you have the stock that the customer is wanting from you, right? Many a time we see that we have so much stock. Maybe we have so many days of stock, maybe 6 months worth of stock. But when customers come to buy, then we don't have that appropriate stock. So it is very important to manage the quality and the quantity of stock in your business. To start with, probably start doing physical stock check regularly. Again, put a number, put a name of person who's going to do it, and again a date. Another example which I have put is make a purchase policy so that your inventory remains in control. Classify your stock as ABC stock, have a min max stock, minimum stock or maximum stock of a particular SKU you should have in your business. Make this kind of strategies, keep these reports, and again put a name of person who's going to head the project if you're doing it for the first time. And even if you have done it in the past and you maintain, you have this classification, review it, change it, modify it regularly. Because if you did something maybe 2 years back, the same would not be valid now. So periodic going back to the list or modifying the list is very important. Another way of increasing conversion is incentivizing your sales staff. This is very, very important, because if your team is motivated, they know that by selling more, by giving more business to the organization, they are going to earn more by way of incentives. Definitely, they will do their best. So I've always seen that having an incentive scheme for the people in the organization always works wonders. Right? So definitely have an incentive. So in some companies, I have seen that they have incentives even for non-sales staff, even for the support staff like accounts or service or logistics. Even they have incentives for them, which makes the organization like a well-oiled machine. Everybody works towards the goal of the organization. I also worked in large organizations in my career before. There we used to give incentives to everybody in the organization, whether in sales or marketing or service, with the benefit that everybody was focused on one particular target, which was given in the beginning of the year, that this is the revenue number you have to target or achieve, and this is the profit number you have to achieve. So by incentivizing your team, definitely you have a much higher chance of achieving those numbers. In example 5 here, in the gear name called profit margin, which is the 5th gear, again train your sales staff to sell higher margin products, because the more the higher value products or higher margin products sell, the more the more profit you are going to earn. So this is a very important lever strategy in that gear. Again, as I said before, negotiate better rates with key vendors so that your purchase rate or your cost of input is lower. Your COGS, which is your cost of goods sold, is lower, and you are able to have more profit, right? Another interesting thing which I have mentioned here is increase focus on clients who give better margins. You may have number of clients, but like in any phase in life or any business, 80-20 ratio, putting an 80-20 ratio always helps, which means that it's Pareto's principle that 20% of your revenue or profit, 80% of your revenue or profit will come from 20% of your clients. So it makes sense to focus on those 20% clients who give you the larger chunk of your profit. So if you are able to focus more by giving away your C and D clients who are not useful to you, you will be able to get more business from your big clients. So this is a good strategy to increase your profit. Lead generation, I have mentioned one strategy here, that increase effectiveness of social media, put in measurable parameters, put somebody in your organization in charge of the social media so that the effectiveness, the investment that you make in your advertising, your marketing, the returns are much higher. So this is a list of examples which I have mentioned here. You can always make your own list, your own gears, which you want to focus upon, the strategies which you need to implement. So make your own list, discuss with your team, and start implementing. Remember, the name of the game is action or implementation. And the more you implement, the faster you implement, the better results you will get. So let me close this again. So we have come to the end of the content part of this video. The gears and the strategies are simple enough for you to implement on your own and get the desired results, right? Still, if you feel you want my help in shortlisting the strategies and make action points around them, you can book an individual coaching session with me by writing to me at the mail ID given here. You can also call my team in the number mentioned here, right? By buying this video, you are now eligible for a 50% discount on the coaching session. So if you want a coaching session from me to understand and implement the gears in your business, you are most welcome. Just write to me and I'll help you out. Lastly, I have made this video for your benefit with utmost sincerity and to the best of my knowledge and ability. You are expected to use the content only for your own business and not forward to anyone else. If your friends or contacts want to take the benefit of this video, please ask them to purchase it, cost of which is nominal, as you have seen, less than the cost of pizza for 2 people. I enjoyed making this video and I'm excited to know the results by implementing the 5 gears in your business. Do keep me posted about the benefits you have got by implementing these gears. I wish you all success. Till we meet again, see you and take care. Thank you so much.